There were 40 million casualties in World War I. 116,000 of those were Americans, 900,000 of those were British. 1,350,000 of those were French. 1,700,000 were Russian. It was a horribly gruesome war. It destroyed many lives and many homes, but from the ashes of battle, one weapon overcame all.
Tanks changed the face of battle. They changed how battles were fought and won. Their development was crucial in history. Before the development of tanks, wars were fought in trenches, gaining inch by inch of territory. Now wars are fought in an all-out frenzy. The first tank that was developed successfully was called Little Willie Rolls. It was also known as the Mark IV. It carried a crew of around 8 men. Little Willie Rolls moved at an excruciatingly slow pace of 2 miles per hour and was not very effective, often getting stuck in trenches, overheating, or just not moving. It was never great, but it symbolized a breakthrough. Being able to move from trench to trench without losing hundreds of troops was insane. A second prototype, known as the Mark V, was produced. It was a lot more effective and it made its debut during the First Battle of Somme near Corlette. It captured 8,000 enemy troops and 100 guns. After World War I, many tanks were produced. Most of them had copied the engine, basic controls, and movement of the Mark V, but they each had little quirks. Some of these tanks were the Fiat 3000 developed by the Italians, the Rheinwald FT developed by the French, and the German A7V. After the development of all those tanks, the Sherman was produced. The Sherman was not the first tank to install a 75mm gun on it, but it was easily produced and cheap. It ended up being the main tank used by the Allied forces during World War II. The German Tiger I and Panzer tanks were way more equipped and way stronger than the Allied options. The Sherman tank had greater numbers though, being able to outnumber German tanks sometimes 6-1. After World War II, tank production just kept on growing. The Centurion A41 and the Churchill Crocodile Mk7 were developed to be devastating killing machines in the Korean and Vietnam Wars. They were templates for modern tanks such as the M1 Abrams and the Challenger II. After the Vietnam War, tank production slowed until the development of the M1 Abrams, the main tank used by American forces during the Gulf War. We are still using the M1 Abrams today with smaller developments such as larger guns and better aiming capabilities. The development of tanks has been amazing. How we got from the Mark V to the M1 Abrams in only 100 years is incredible. The devastation that this one vehicle can cause is unbelievable. In only a 100-year span, tanks have changed our wars and how we fight them. The real question is, what is the next big development in tanks going to be?